Greetings, disc golf fans. We are back with second round coverage of the 2019 Discraft Great Lakes Open. My name is Gabriel Down. I'm here with Bobby Cox.
What's up, everyone?
We are bringing you the play-by-play commentary for this tournament. This footage is brought to you by Steve Dodge and the Disc Golf Pro Tour cameramen, so shout out to those guys for getting us this footage. So far in this round, we have Paige Pierce leading the pack at 5 under par. Catrina and Sarah Hokom are both 4 back at 1 under par, and then we got Madison Walker 5 back at even. So a little bit of a rough patch for Catrina. She was 2 strokes within Paige, and then had a couple of bad breaks on the last couple holes on the front 9. So hopefully we can see her turn it around here. Hole 10, this is a par 3, 370 feet, very uphill, and it also dog legs right. This is not very reachable for these ladies. It's such a hard shot, and you have to have perfect angle control to get it all the way up to the basket. Most of these ladies are going to be throwing a forehand like we see Madison here doing, just to give themselves a look for their second shot.
Yeah, if you're going backhand, I can honestly see it's like a putter play, just to kind of get in the right position to attack the basket on your second shot.
Yeah.
And yeah, Paige is going Marshall here, throwing that putter.
And that should be just fine. Looks like we got Catrina
She's going for it, yeah.
Big turnover shot. And that looks like it might be flexing out too soon.
Yeah, throwing it that high, it's so hard to keep that turn going the whole way.
Exactly. You got to have so much torque on the disc.
And just a really unstable disc, too.
Mm-hmm.
Madison with a great upshot.
Yeah, she'll be tapping in for 3. Paige has a trickier upshot than I anticipated, but she hits the gap perfectly.
She absolutely had to hit it, and she did.
Man.
Yeah, and this whole play...
I can't hit gaps like that.
Yeah, well, you know, you're not a world champion.
That's true.
This hole played 3.57, so yeah, about what all these holes are playing, honestly. They're all difficult.
Yeah. Sarah with a nice upshot as well. Catrina, not in a bad spot after her drive.
Yeah, she's far enough up there to where she can just kind of find a little hole and just poke it through.
Mm-hmm. And she puts it right there.
It's really just whenever you have to have like a wind-up is where, you know, things start getting out of control. In the rough.
Yep.
Nice par there by Paige.
Looks like we are going to have a star par, actually. And that's a great number from these ladies. What was the hole average on here?
It was 3.57.
3.57.
Yeah.
Okay, so just about 0.5 over par. That's understandable. Especially if you don't have a look at the basket on your second shot. It's so hard.
Well, and these are like some like the farther throwers.
Yeah, and I'm sure there were some bad rollaways too.
Yeah.
Especially on that steep of an incline.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, as you can see, it is a struggle.
They need to like have like a rope down this hill to where you can just kind of grab onto with your
right,
hands and climb it like that way.
You could like slip and just roll straight down. Hole 11, this is a par 3, 318 feet. This is basically a miniature version of hole 2. The fairway's a little bit bigger. These ladies, actually, most of these ladies, this is pretty reachable for them, even though it is uphill. But as long as you're in the fairway, you should have a look for a 2 here.
Yeah. And that's about circle 2.
Yeah, she's circle 2 on the right side. Hopefully she's not too far in that rough. Sarah's been getting flexy on this one.
Yeah, it's such a hard forehand hole too, but she does it well.
Yeah, she's right there inside circle 2 as well. I definitely see Paige getting pretty close on this one. She's got plenty of distance to get there.
Yeah, she's going defender too, so...
Oh, yeah, and that flips up flat nicely.
Oh. Was that like an ace run? That was that was tracking.
It might have been, yeah. If it was a little bit lower.
Cat trying to match that shot by Paige, and a little favorable bounce there.
Yeah, kind of hit that hillside nose up and got a nice little skip. Sarah giving it a bid, just not quite enough on it. That's a hard run with the uphill putt.
It looks like Madison might have to kind of ante around this tree a little bit. Oh, yeah.
And just antes it a little bit too much.
Yeah, when you're trying to get that extra bit of power, it's easy to mess up that release point a little bit. That's what happened there.
Definitely.
Ooh.
Catrina with a good bid. She'll be tapping in for 3, though. This is Paige for the lone birdie. Just a little bit am side.
And she could really be separating herself this round if she was making those tweener putts, you know.
Yeah, I mean, she ideally should be like 8 to 9 down right now.
Yeah, this will average 3.27. So not quite as difficult as the last one.
Unfortunate bogey from Madison there. That's going to move her to 1 over par now. Hole 12. This is a par 3. Definitely should be a par 4 in my opinion. It is. Yeah, it's 534 feet. Very downhill. You'll see here that the window into the green is super tight. So these ladies will be throwing either a mid-range or a driver. Just down to this clearing to where they have a clean look into this gap here to the basket. Really just playing for 3 here because the 2 is just so difficult.
Yeah, if you can just be facing that little gap towards the basket, then it's a successful drive in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, the only risk here is doing what we saw Vanessa do last round.
Oh my God, look at that drive. Made the gap and some.
Yeah, she cleared the gap. She's going to have a putt for 2.
That's crazy. That's the best drive we've
Maybe
seen
I should
so
take
far.
back what I said.
Right. Here's Paige playing the Marshall play, just trying to get a good angle at the basket.
Yeah, she just threw that one a little bit too low.
Yeah, and a little bit too left as well.
Catrina looks like she's going for the turnover line.
I like the play.
Trying to hit the gap, and it's turned over just a little bit too much, and she's going to be on that right side.
Yeah, and there are some like little hidden windows in the rough on this hole, so hopefully she can figure something out from over there. Madison going forehand, really showing that thing off this round. She squeaked through that whole tree, and she's going to be way over there.
Yeah, way back there in the woods. And that's really the only danger on this hole off the tee is either that left side or going too deep.
Yeah. Let's see if Paige can adjust from her last forehand she threw.
And doesn't quite get it. Just turns it over a little bit too much, but gets a fortunate little roll out there. And she should be able to save bogey from there. Madison forced to pitch out.
Oh, wow. That is a way better look than I expected.
She wasn't pitching out. She was just
she was going for it.
Going straight to the basket. I didn't even realize that was a window to the basket.
And it looks like Kat found a window as well. Let's see if she can hit it. Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Man, really fortunate outcomes from those two ladies with finding a gap through those woods.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is Sarah Hokom for 2 on this 534-foot hole.
Yeah, I think she maxed out that putt right there. I don't know if she can put it any farther. That was that's super long putt.
That's a crush.
Here's Paige for 3, trying to save something.
Nope. Just a little bit on the right side. But this is kind of a nice little putt here up on this hill. You're kind of more level with the basket as opposed to putting up towards it.
Right.
So this is going to be Madison to save the par. Oh, good bid. Just a little bit too low.
See that little Nate Sexton disc flip before that putt that Madison did?
Yeah. Paige saves bogey. That's a really nice bogey save from there.
Yeah, nice and confident stroke there, especially facing a bogey.
Yeah, but she is going to be dropping a stroke to Catrina. Here is Sarah for her par save.
Very nice.
She will stay at 1 under par.
Yeah, and this hole averaged 3.54. So, once again, just a little bit over par.
Mm-hmm. Still pretty impressive, though.
Yeah.
Especially since it should be a par 4,
right?
Honestly. And Catrina with a nice par as well. She will stay at 1 under. And this is going to be Madison for the bogey. Moving her to 2 big, and she's not happy about that one. Hole 13. This is a par 4, 516 feet. Definitely plays longer than 516 feet because once you get halfway down the fairway, it does carry uphill, which makes the second shot play a lot longer. They're really just trying to bite off as much distance as they can, stay in the fairway, and maybe leave themselves more on the right side of the fairway to leave themselves with a hyzer up shot.
Yep, I totally agree with that. Started throwing that right in the middle. Yeah, in first round we saw, I think it was like 3 out of the 4 finished way on that right side.
Mm-hmm. And Paige, expect her to get way up this hill, and she has done just that.
Jeez, that is a crush.
Yeah, she might be able to see the basket from where she's
Seriously.
at.
Looks like Madison's going with that Wraith.
And this looks like a crush as well. Really nice line. And she's going to be right there on that left side. Catrina.
Wow. Good shot.
Great up shot.
I thought it was sawed off out of the hand, but it kind of
she's only about 25 feet out.
It's kind of a tricky shot for Sarah here. Can't finish too far to the right, but she is so good with those angles, and she gets that a little bit too low, but it was definitely tracking.
Mm-hmm. Here's Madison's second shot.
Yeah, she grip locked the crap out of that, and she knew it.
Yeah, she pulled that one. Finds the tree, and she might have a little bit of a straddle putt. Be a long look, though.
Yeah. I just slowed down.
Oh, Paige almost throwing it in the basket.
Could you imagine 2 in this one?
No.
That'd be so gnarly.
I can't imagine doing this. What are you talking about?
Really
who are you talking to?
Can.
Madison with a little forehand up. And Catrina with a nice birdie, moving her to 2 under par. Seems like her and Paige are just kind of like matching strokes. I mean, Paige has a tap in too. Catrina just two'd this one. They both forward, like they're only 4s on the front 9.
Yeah, they definitely feed off each other's
at the
energy.
same time. Yeah.
At like every tournament, it seems like.
Right.
We got Madison for par. There we go.
She will stay at 2 big. And then here is Paige, who will be tapping in for the birdie, moving her to 5 under par.
Yeah, that's got to be like one of the easiest birdies she's ever had.
Right. Well, I don't know. She's probably had a lot of easy birdies,
okay.
Honestly.
Mr. Literal.
I mean, I'm just saying. Here's our leaderboard. We got Paige Pierce at 5 under par. Kat is 3 back at 2 under par. Sarah is in the mix still as well. And Jessica Weiss making her way into the mix too. She is sitting at even. All right, hole 14. This is a par 3. It's 375 feet, very downhill. So this one is a very gettable birdie for these ladies. You're really just trying to throw a hyzer. You want to get a little bit more distance to hit this backside gap into these trees because it is a lot more clear than that front side gap. The basket, as you can see, is tucked right here on this left side, and definitely a gettable birdie.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said.
Cat's just going to swing a wide hyzer, trying to sneak it through those branches.
And she gets down there just a little bit short, but that should definitely be a look.
We got Paige throwing her felon nice and overstable. Not too fast.
Getting through there, and she'll have a look from there.
Yeah, it's just so hard to get past these trees, you know?
Yeah, like I said, you really just want to hit that backside gap.
Sarah breaking out that backhand and doing it nicely.
She'll be a little bit short there. This is looking like a good line from Madison. Just needs to get left. And yeah, she finds that backside gap, and she is right there inside the circle.
Yeah, that was her Color Glow Thunderbird.
Really nice line.
Yeah. And this just looks like misery. What are you supposed to do here?
Yeah, so much in the way.
You like anti-flex it between three trees from about 70?
Seriously. That was a good bid, though. I believe this is Paige.
Oh, yeah. You definitely tell when the putter's over the forehead.
Yep.
Giving it a good run, just come up a little bit short. Catrina also stuck behind some trees.
She was trying to do one of her signature throw over the bush putts, like we saw at Ledgestone.
Might be the queen at that.
How dare you? This is going to be Sarah for her 3.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Great putt. Dead center. And she will stay at 1 under par. Paige tapping in the par as well. And I think we have a star par here.
I think so.
Yeah, this hole actually averaged under par, 2.97. So just barely under par.
Yeah, it's hard to bogey.
Yeah, it is.
You got to be in like a really tough spot off the drive to get in that situation.
Yeah. All right, hole 15. This is a par 3. It's 400 feet. It's very downhill, so very reachable for these ladies. You're really just trying to throw something straight and have it flip up to flat and just carry as far as possible. You do want to be careful of going OB to the left, or really all around the basket.
Literally everywhere.
So here is Kat flipping one out there, and that's
looking pretty good.
Nice flip up. Just needs to kind of hold it for a second longer, and she's going to be in the rough on that left side, but she might have a putt.
Yeah, that's what makes this hole so hard. You got to keep it so straight the entire way, or else you're going to be in some trouble on the left or right side.
Paige looks like she's getting one out there, and this is like an ace run. Oh my!
I had zero clue that happened. Oh my gosh.
What in?
That was so gnarly.
That is so good.
That 400-foot ace, dude. Get out of here.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Great shot from Paige, and looks like Sarah kind of turned hers over a little bit. It's looking like a nice line from Madison.
Yeah, it is. Playing a wide flex, starting on the far left side.
Yeah, and she's going to be right there towards the bottom of the hill, but she'll have a look.
That's kind of like what I prefer to do on those tight straight shots. Just kind of play the flex and aim at the rough and just kind of like let the disc do the work.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes it doesn't work out, though.
Not everybody trusts their discs, though.
No, that is a fact.
And Catrina looks like she was in a really tough spot.
Ooh, giving that a good run, though.
Yeah. She'll be tapping in for par, and Madison getting way up there.
Give her the birdie.
Yes. Moving her to 1 big. Really nice putt from Madison.
Sarah tapping in that par.
Yep.
Staying at 1 down for the round and for the tournament.
Yeah, and this hole averaged just over par. It's 3.23, so that is understandable on this hole with the OB around the basket.
Paige with a really unfortunate birdie there.
Yeah, right. Seriously. If it was like 2 inches higher.
Dude, yeah.
So good. Hole 16, this is a par 3, one of the more technical holes on this course, even though it's a par 3. As you can see, there's just a lot in the way. A lot of these ladies will be going with a forehand or a turnover on the left side, or you can throw a dead straight shot. That dead straight shot is a little bit more tricky because there is a lot more in the way. It really just requires you to execute a perfect shot.
Yeah, and Paige throwing that convict, the disc that she really loves for those straight shots. And, geez, she is just all over this basket right now.
Just dead straight.
She crushed it, so she's going to be a little bit deep with maybe an awkward look, but still a great shot. Looks like this is that Thunderbird, maybe? Color Glow Thunderbird?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
And Madison's put that one a little bit too much hyzer on that one.
Yeah, that's easy par from over there at least.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure Cass going to try to lace one down the middle. Yeah, same mistake as Madison there. Just not quite getting the flip up on the disc.
Yeah, she's still in position, and she'll have a long look for her birdie.
We got Sarah with the trace.
Shout out to Joey Tamale on the A-cam right there on the tee box.
Nice.
And Sarah just turned that one over too much, and she is forced to throw a forehand roller. She must have turned that way over.
I think this might be the second one of the round she's had to do.
Yeah. This
But
is looking
looks
really
way better.
nice.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
wow.
Perfectly executed. And that's really what she's been doing all tournament thus far. Is just all the drives that she's been out of position, she's just executing that second shot perfectly and just making sure to save that par.
Yeah, her scramble game's been on point for sure.
Yeah, those par saves are so crucial.
Catrina tossing that up high and just coming up just short.
Here is Paige for the lone birdie on the card. Looks like she's just outside the circle. Maybe circle's edge.
I think maybe just inside the circle.
Oh, yes.
Knocks that birdie in.
She's moving to 7 under par. She now has 5 strokes on Catrina. This is going to be Madison for her par save. Hole 17, this is a par 4. It is 630 feet. There is OB on this left side where this patch of grass is. These ladies are really just trying to keep it in bounds off the tee. Play that right side and leave them with a clear upshot, which is not easy at all.
No.
It's very uphill, and it kind of drops off behind it as well. So here we got another leaderboard check-in. We got Lisa Fakis making moves. She is tied with Jessica Weiss for 4th place.
And Madison turned that over again.
Yeah, at least she's in bounds, though.
Right.
She's right there in the fairway. Not a bad spot. Catrina doing the same thing, but her power has got her a little bit further into the rough.
Yeah, we saw Sarah really put herself in prime spot last round. Let's see if she can do it again.
Oh, and it looks like she is doing just that.
That might have been
The exact
identical
same shot.
Yes.
Yeah. Here she is for her second. Oh, and this is looking beautiful.
Yeah, if we can just hang on.
Didn't quite hold straight for as long as it looked like it was, but she's still got a look for her birdie. Looks like we got Madison breaking out a shrike here. Flipping it up there. And she's going to be right there, just inside circle 2.
God, you can hear that one come out of her hand.
Yeah.
Just ripping it. And she's going to be stuck behind that little bush thing right
Yeah,
there.
that's going to be a tricky spot for sure. Paige with the best position of the bunch.
Way up there.
This should be very routine for her.
Yeah, probably going putter here, just trying to get something to land softly, and oh yeah.
Perfect. That is a tap-in birdie. And Sarah Hokom with a nice upshot. She'll be able to make par.
Here is Madison for 3.
Good bit, just a little bit right side. She'll be tapping in for the par as well. And Catrina's not quite as pinched off as it looked like she was.
Yeah, I thought she was like directly behind.
Yeah.
That was a layup, right?
Yeah, it looked like it.
I think it had to have been.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't
Interesting.
get mad after it, so
Right.
I mean, that had to have been a layup. And that is a bogey from Catrina, unfortunately, moving her to 1 under par. Paige tapping in a birdie, moving to 8.
Yeah, she's keeping that train rolling.
Yeah, and Sarah taking a par, and once again, her and Catrina are tied up going into the last hole of this second round. Hole 18, this is a par 3, 315 feet, very uphill. As you can see, the OB lines all along the left side. Most people will be throwing a turnover or forehand. This is a very hard to reach basket just because it is so uphill. I mean, Paige is definitely someone who can reach this basket, so we'll see what she does here, and that is going straight OB if it...
I hit the black ink disc wall.
Yeah, did it hit the wall or one of the posts?
It looked like it might hit the wall. I mean, it could hit the post. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Either way, I'm sure she's glad that stayed in bounds.
And that's a nice shot from Madison. She will have a pretty clean up shot from there.
And this is such a hard backhand hole because, like, you got the gap to hit.
It is.
So you're looking away from the gap for a sec,
And you really have to trust the disc to
you
turn
have to
over,
trust
too.
the crap out of it.
Plus, you're throwing it nose up, too.
Yeah, you just said everything I was gonna say, but yeah, that's exactly what's going on here.
Yeah.
We got Kat gonna try to prove us wrong and get it all the way up there. It's in a good spot. That's coming in pretty hot, but
Settles down nicely.
yep.
Nice ground action with that thick grass.
Madison coming up a little bit shorter than I'm sure she would have hoped.
Yeah.
She's got about 23 feet.
Oh. And Sarah.
That's what she's been doing. Bullseyes from the approach shots.
Oh, yeah. And Catrina just laying up there. This is Madison for the par save.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. That is such a good-looking putt.
Man, she's had some really nice putts this round.
Yeah, she has. And she will finish round 2 1 big.
It's still hanging in there.
Yeah, definitely. And Catrina finishing off with a par.
Going even for the round.
Yeah, not the best round we've seen from her. She is finishing 1 under par.
Paige with
Paige.
a comfortable lead.
Yeah, very comfortable lead. Just super solid finish on this back 9. And she is finishing at 8 under par. Sarah Hokom finishing at 1. All right, well, that is going to conclude the back 9 second round coverage of the 2019 Discraft Great Lakes Open. Like we said, Paige Pierce going into this final round with a nice 7-stroke cushion on Sarah Hokom and Catrina Allen, who are both tied for second place. And then we are also going to have Lisa Vegas on our lead card final round. So we look forward to putting that out for you guys, and be sure to tune in.
Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll see you guys for the final round.